Hi, beautiful, beautiful essential oil friends. My name's Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Central Texas, for those of you that don't know me. And I am super excited to be here. Hopefully, my internet is working. We've been having some issues with that. I'm going to send my husband up on the roof to fix that, hopefully, by next week. But I just wanted to say hi. This is my normally scheduled Ask the EO Vet public Q&A time. So if you have a question for me about animals or about essential oils, post your question in the comments. Also, be sure to let me know where you're from and what essential oil you're using today. Quick announcement before we get started. I am super excited because tomorrow I'm doing a free webinar on cats and essential oils. So it is actually, it's more than just essential oils, but it is the 7 mistakes cat owners make that might accidentally be hurting their cats. A lot of people don't know what they don't know. And so I'm going to be talking to you guys about that. It's totally free. The link is in the description. Let me see if I can post that in the chat as well. Can I post that? All right. The link is go.essentialoilvet.com/cat-webinar. So it's kind of a long one. So I posted the link so you can just click on it. Also, if you're on my email, you have gotten an email with this information in it as well. I think we sent one out today. It's like your last chance. And so be sure to register for that because it's totally free. 1, it's totally free. 2, if you've heard about my challenges, which are pretty dang awesome, and you want to join the cat challenge, which starts next Monday for 50% off, you have to register for the webinar first, and then on the next page you'll get one chance and one chance only to register for the 7-day happy healthy cat challenge for 50% off. So be sure to do that because that goes away tomorrow. That goes away tomorrow. You won't be able to get that again for a whole another year, and that we might not do it next year. So be sure to get in on that. That is tomorrow. The webinar is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. So the same time tomorrow on Monday. So is when the webinar is, and you will be able to access the replay for 3 days and 3 days only if you register, but you have to register to get access to the replay. I know, so you better do it today because it's tomorrow. Okay, so we do have a couple of questions. That's my only announcement for today. Also, you can just go to essentialoilvet.com, and the first pop-up that's right there on the banner is an invite to the webinar, so you can do it that way as well. All right, so the first question is from Lana or Lana. I'm not sure how to pronounce that for you. I live in Rockport, humidity, itchy skin for my cat. So itchy, humidity, skin, first thing you want to do is address gut health. The number one problem that people do with their cats, I'll give you a little hint, it has to do with nutrition. So cats do really, really well. They're what we call obligate carnivores, which means they don't do well with carbohydrates in their diet at all. They do really well with meat-based diets with a little bit of organ meat in there. I really recommend Darwin's Pet. They also do extremely, extremely well on raw diets. I've fixed almost every skin issue by just switching to a raw diet. If you want to do essential oils with your cats, you can. There's a calmer blend that is quite excellent. It's got lavender and Roman chamomile in it, which are great for skin for cats. And it's extremely, extremely diluted already. So it's super easy to apply to those itchy areas. But the most important thing is addressing diet with cats. Especially if they have skin issues, because the skin is a manifestation of what's going on in the gut most of the time. All right. Jill says, I thought my old girl had a stroke. Oh, I'm so sorry. But it might be vestibular disease. Any oils for support. So I really like our grounding blend, which is Balance, for that, as well as lavender. Sometimes they can be very nauseous when they have vestibular things going on. And so some digestive support oils can be very helpful as well. But the very best thing you can do for vestibular syndrome is addressing the brain health. So whether it was a stroke or something else, or vestibular, You can always do Melissa diluted at the base of the skull. Very, very helpful, as well as balance. So Jen says, I love that you teach this. I love to teach it too, Jen. It is my favorite thing to talk about is animals and essential oils. And Jesus, I like to talk about Jesus too, but we don't really usually talk about that on this. I just got back from a Kingdom Entrepreneur conference with 100X, and that is an amazing group of people that are on fire for Jesus. And so that's another thing I really like to talk about, but I don't talk about that on here. So here we talk about essential oils and animals, which I guess are two of my top 3 favorite subjects. And I guess I do like to talk about my nieces and nephew a lot because they're just like my favorite people in the whole world. Jen says, I love your work. It's helped so many. It's helped her animals. That's so awesome, Jen. I'm so glad it's helped. And I love helping you guys. Yes. Atlanta, yes. Calmer the Kids blend is what I was talking about. The roller bottle that's already diluted. Jeannie says, 14-and-a-half-year-old ACD, chronic cough, mostly dry, no cough when sleeping or walking. Lots of medications they've tried. So, yeah, so we have lots of respiratory support oils that might help. So I would say, we can definitely try the respiratory blend. The respiratory blend is excellent. Air X is excellent. So breathe or Air X. Diffused, I really like to do cardamom. Cardamom is really, really good as well. And you can do that diffused or dilute it and apply it topically to the chest or the front paws. So all of those are good options as well. Oh, you guys are like, whew, giving some. I'm sorry, I'm being super non-compliant today. I might have to delete this one. Sherry says, are there any oils I could diffuse in my office where my baby chick brooder is? They're 1 week old. Chickens do amazing with essential oils. Birds and oils are amazing. And I'm actually going to be working with the botanical bird lady, my friend Steph, to actually provide you guys a book about essential oils and birds someday soon, maybe this year, maybe next year. But I'm really excited about that because there is no information about birds and oils, and we have cumulatively quite a few years of experience with that. So and she uses them on birds of prey and her rehab birds and all sorts of things. And of course, I have quite a bit of experience with chickens. So chickens do really, really well with essential oils. And yes, you can diffuse in your office. I'd stick with maybe 3 drops tops in your office with the chicks in there, with them being so little. But you can absolutely diffuse pretty much anything around birds. They do pretty well. Just be a little more careful with the really hot oils, obviously. So maybe I'd stay away from your cinnamon and clove and oregano and thyme, those guys. But you can certainly use like citrus oils, which smell amazing, and the birds really like it. And they it can boost their it can support their immune system as well as their respiratory system, which is always an issue with those little guys. So, and so we want to support their immune system and their respiratory system when they're little. All right. Trisha Ann from Grand Rapids, Michigan. My husband's from there. That's where he grew up. Okay, I'll do 1 or 2 more questions here. Okay, we've got Anne's kitty cat is very unhappy and anxious, very destructive behaviors, wild activity, trilling at night, especially any help. So I don't know if it's male or female, but 8 months old, if it's female and unspayed, might just be in heat, just warning, which is kind of normal behavior for that. I would really encourage you to register for the 7 Mistakes Cat Owners Make webinar tomorrow and get the 50% off of the 7-day Happy Healthy Cat Challenge, because we spent a whole day talking about this specifically. We actually spent 2 days talking about this. So we really get into a lot more detail on it, but just really quickly right now, since you're probably wanting a quick answer, you can try calming oils, lavender, rum chamomile diffused is probably where I would start, or the kids calmer blend on the ear tips would be another option. So just really quickly, but if you want to dig into that a little bit more, maybe get to the why, especially if those aren't working, definitely come to register for the cat webinar tomorrow, and you can watch the replay. You have 3 days to watch the replay. And then also register for the 7-day Happy Healthy Cat Challenge. This is your last chance to get it at 50% off by registering for the webinar. So webinar, cat challenge, it's going to really, really help you with your young kitty throughout her entire life. So you're not going to regret that at all. And you do get lifetime access to the cat challenge for those of you that register for that. Okay. All right. Yay. Awesome, Anne. I'm so glad you registered for tomorrow too. Awesome. All right. So that is all the time we have for today, my friends. I hope my internet held up pretty well for you. I am going to work on that. I so apologize if this is all pixelated and hard to understand. I have been trying really hard to work on that since we moved out to the country, but I love you guys. I hope I see you tomorrow in the webinar, the cat webinar. It is free for everyone. So if you have a friend who you want to invite, be sure to invite them, send them the link, have them register. We have tons and tons of space open for that. And like I said, if it's not the right time zone for you, for my European friends, for my friends in Africa, you guys, it's like the middle of the night for you over there. So still register and then catch the replay because that is something you won't want to miss. All right, guys, I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.